Let's go, guys. We got another Age of Empires 4 game here. The other day I was reading some stories about how people start playing Age of Empires 4. Let's get back to that in a second. Let's present the players first. In the color of teal, playing as the Mongols, it's faye-chan. And in the color red, playing as the Order of the Dragon, it's Bob. Welcome everybody. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to give a like, subscribe if you haven't already, to watch more videos like this. Anyway, so there was this Reddit post about like how you start playing Age of Empires, and the majority of people was when they were a kid, and there are a lot of similarities there among the people who play. Like they are my age, like between 30, I think we'll say 30-35 is the most average one, but can be a little bit older, a little bit younger. But a lot of them is like, oh, they just bought the game when I was a kid, and I just started with Age of Empires 1. And I remember those days. Those days were really fun. I remember when I started playing Age of Empires 2 when I was a kid. I had the computer near my grandma's in my grandma's apartment, and I just had Age of Empires 2. I also played Age of Empires 1, and then when I got to 2, I was really excited. And I don't really remember what I did on the game, honestly. I remember I played the campaign, but I was too young to actually understand like what, what's the depth of this game. For me, it's just simulation, and it was really cool, like history and everything. And I stopped playing for some reason when I grew older. And when I was working at Ubisoft, I was working on the destruction simulation for the forts that were going for Skull and Bones, a pirate game for Skull and Bones. I create a system that will create like automatically destruction for all the towers and the forts. And I found a really cool article about Age of Empires 2 at that time. That was like 2020. I think it was 2020 or 2021, maybe 2020. And the destruction that they made for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition was really cool. I was looking on the tech talks about how they use Houdini, the software, to create destruction simulations. And you gotta admit, I think the destruction simulation for Age of Empires 2, it's way better than Age of Empires 4. And I love Age of Empires 4. Like, I wouldn't change it at any day to play Age of Empires 2, just because I have my own reasons. They are both really great games. I enjoy Age of Empires 2 too, but the destruction simulation there is just so good. And it's just very funny how life presents you with this kind of signs that, hey, don't you remember you played this game as a kid? And in my mind, like, I already forgot about that. I already forgot completely about Age of Empires, and how much I like it, how much I love it. And it's always this kind of moments in your life when it's like, hey, actually you should try this. And when you don't try it, suddenly the idea fades away, and it may come back in the future, but it's like a call, it's like intuition. And I didn't answer to that call. It's like, no, I'm not gonna play. At that time, I wasn't playing any kind of game. I was just focusing on working and just dancing and, having fun, some real life stuff. I wasn't playing any kind of video game at the moment because I was all the day working on video games. So I wanted to do something different. And I saw Age of Empires 4. I was like, whoa, I really didn't know they actually have Age of Empires 4. Actually, it's really cool. But I didn't actually play it until last year. So it's been like 3 years since I got a call. And I can't imagine what my life would be like if I just, just listen to my inner voice, listen to my intuition. And I think that's what I wanted to share at this moment, because intuition is so important. Like, seeing with your own eyes and take your own decisions is just such an important thing. But anyway, let's get back into this match, because Faye is already having the trade going. She didn't decide to open up with the barracks. She's actually going for archer range. Are we gonna see Mangudai? I don't think so, right? Trade post not in the perfect position, but you know, it's something. It's really something. It's starting. A couple of traders already in queue. Gonna start the trade going. You can always move this back to another position when you secure your trade. That's actually a really good strategy because it's not, you know, the fact that if you have like one trader going all the way here, it's not gonna make a big difference. It's the fact that when you already have a lot of traders, you put another market here. You can even build another market if you want. And just, you know, you already have the traders. You will have the income right away. So you don't worry too much about the distance at the beginning. Not a big deal. Let's take a look at Bob. Bob actually thinking about playing like the Holy Roman Empire, having some farms set up, having the Akon Chapel, boosting the farms, boosting the wood, boosting the gold. Everything works as expected. But actually going for some archers here. And indeed, we're seeing Mangudai here. Okay. Oh my god. I didn't expect to see this. But it actually makes sense. You know, Mangudai, it gives you a lot of map control. Like, as soon as... Like, these are really squishy, you know? They have low HP, and they are not super fast. But if you manage to stay alive at the moment, they can be really good. And I think a lot of people don't play with them, just not because they are, you know, they got nerfed by to the floor, to the ground. It's because it's just hard. It's hard to. It's very micro intensive. You look at another, you know, another side of the screen, and then suddenly your Mangudais are dead because they are very squishy. And of course, in Imperial Age, they are really good, but you know, they still have some uses here. I remember, I think it was Papipo or Wam, I always forget which one was it, that played with Mangudai only, and I think it was Keshix or Horseman at that time. I don't know if it was like in the last patch when they got the Keshix, but it was only cavalry. And his opponent didn't know what to do, and his opponent was a really good one. We're talking about Conqueror 3 players. And he went just Mangudai, mass Mangudai, Horseman, pure cavalry, pure Mongol style here, and it was such a pleasant match to see because, you know, when you imagine the Mongols, you imagine this, you know, high mobility, horsemen, archers that shoot while they run, and it's just so nice. And let's see how they deal with this. I mean, you see the horsemen, which is have plenty of HP, and they're gonna find it. And look at how much damage the horseman does. But look at the Mangudais. Just keep running, guys. Keep running. Don't stop. And actually, lead like slow but steady. They're actually having some progress here. Now you need to be careful about that archer because that archer, you know, is just gonna counter your Mangudai. So only one single archer here, just against those Mangudai. And you need to be very careful with this. If you want to fight like this, just run. Just run. And, you know, keep running, and we're gonna see more Mangudais coming from Faye. I'm already loving this match. Already haven't even started, and, you know, it's such a fun time when you see the Mangudais. They're pretty good. +1 range attack coming for Faye. Actually, the horseman is like, I don't know what happened, but he stopped attacking. More Mangudais coming here. Actually, it's gonna be Mangudai only challenge. So that's really interesting. Especially, like, when your opponent has archers. Like, look at these archers. They already have +1 range armor. They have 6 attack damage, but not only that, they also attack speed really fast. Like, 1 second attack speed, whereas the Mangudai have... Actually, they have less. Oh my god, Mangudai attack really fast. So, they're actually really tanky. So, Bob is the one who needs to put the pressure at the moment. Your opponent is on trade, you cannot let that happen. Trade already moved to the south of the map, so it's gonna be getting some decent amount of gold already. Is it only Mangudai challenge? I'm not sure if this is gonna work, especially against those archers. I think with a very decent mass, you could potentially handle this. And you gotta be careful. You need to move this archery range, otherwise your units are just gonna die at the very quickly. Now Mangurai is a very expensive unit. They have 120 foot and 40 gold, so they're very intense when it comes to the resource count. Whereas these archers, even Order of the Dragon archers, they are 60 foot 100 wood, so it's a little bit more expensive. They don't cost gold, but you know, these are Order of the Dragon archers. It looks like Bob will go there to actually try to take down the outpost. At this point, you want to start mixing with some Keshiks just to deal with those archers. Attack speed arrow goes for the can, and now gotta be careful not to get any kind of contact. You know, remember your strength here is in that mobility. As long as you manage to stay out of range of any kind of attack, you're in a really good spot. Villagers gonna try to repair the outpost. And now with the archers down, Mangurai can do whatever they want. They can just continue attacking those horsemen. And at the time they decide to attack, I'm sure the Mangurai will just, you know, go back. I mean, you need to have a really quick reaction. Now these guys have already 6 attack range. Sorry, no, not attack range, but attack damage. Now remember, this is still archer, so you don't really want to engage with the horseman. This technically is a counter unit. Trade already up and running. Only 54 gold. It's a modest amount of gold, so not really. It's gonna be a huge amount of gold for Faye coming already, but I already see 700 gold coming for Faye at the moment. She has any villagers? 4 villagers on gold plus the traders. How many traders? She has already 12 traders. Not a bad number. Looks like Bob will need to retreat. For now, the trade's still up and running. I remember Bob already have the farm transition here. And he have the Archon Chapel, and he has better villagers. These are gilded villagers. Oh, they changed the name actually. Before they used to be dragon villagers, right? If I remember right. This used to be dragon villagers, and I guess it makes sense. Just, you know, have more consistency. Now this is a unit that is really scary when it goes to your town, because they can just you don't need to micro that much. You just walk, and whoever is on the way will pay the consequence. Just like these two guys. Like these guys are chopping wood peacefully, then silently Mangurai come, and you know, even if you move, you don't need to attack. They will just attack automatically. And now the horseman came to the rescue. Move speed arrow. Is it move speed? Yeah, it is move speed. You gotta run from this. This is a really strong army already. Meanwhile, more Mangurai here. Oh my god. Now, 6 horsemen from Order of the Dragon is actually very scary. But I think you need just more archers at this point. Archers and man-at-arms probably. Because those Mangurai are not gonna be doing anything to those gilded man-at-arms. Look at that Mangurai actually hitting the board here. A very nice micro coming from Faye. Do these have textiles? Not textiles yet for faye-chan. Meanwhile, Bob getting those eco upgrades. There you go. Talking about textiles, Faye just decided, you know what? Let's just get textiles here. And now the Mangurai goes for a raid here. The Feudal Age Mangurai guys. They're back. Now traders are gonna be in trouble here. Now Faye doesn't have an army that can stop this actually. So you gotta be careful here not to lose your traders. Gotta be sending some Mangurai here to deal with the problem. At the same time, some Mangurai here actually managed to take down 5 villagers. 5 villagers went down here. In the Feudal Age. Meanwhile, pasture transition is starting to go for Faye, so she's not gonna be running out of food very quickly. Still have the boar here. I just need to, you know, deal with those units at the moment. It's just gonna be Mangurai only challenge 24 already. Now the numbers for the Mangurai are just starting to get scary here. And she's dealing with the horseman first, trying to not get in range with the archers. It looks like another raid happening here. Remember, this is a very micro-intensive unit, and the Mangurai did it, guy. The Mangurai actually came to save the day. Bob playing a really long field game. I already have a lot of farms. Thinking about going castle already, like, if you cannot beat the Mangurais, like, you cannot join them, then you gotta get those man-at-arms there. Those knights. One gilded knight, I can feel one gilded knight can take all of this army. Granted, it actually hits the army because these guys are just gonna continue. Just... they're the real mosquito unit, you know, they're like... and it's like you gotta catch them. And Bob is already going for Regnis Cathedral. Faye also going for a Kulutai, actually. Interesting choice. It's gonna be the Mangurai only challenge. Not gonna be seeing any other kind of unit here. 6 archery range already. Having a decent food income. Already have like 8 villagers here gathering the boar. The boar is actually helping a lot. And you know, this simplifies a lot. And the Mangurais go for the kill here. You gotta be careful not to lose your Mangurai mass, especially against under the town center. It's just gonna do so much damage here. But a lot of villagers went down. 10 villagers already in total. The Mangurais just go and run, hit and run. Basically, it's just hit and run. More Mangurai coming here. And now that Bob is in Escalation, he's actually upgrading his archers, and he's getting a unique upgrade that can potentially stop Faye from doing this kind of tactic. Gilded archers get +3 range armor, so scale armor is gonna be the choice for Bob. It's gonna get those archers there, and it's just gonna be having so much range armor. Now these guys will only do 1 damage with the scale armor, I believe. Now veterancy coming soon for them. Veteran archers coming in 3, 2, 1. There you go, veteran archers already. Come on guys, I know you can fight. Veteran Mangurai also coming. Cruelty coming here just to heal the units here. And Mangurai, already veteran, have 7 attack. Which means these villagers are gonna die really fast. Look at that. Even those archers are actually running, are dying really fast. Like those Mangurais are just getting really scary. Are we seeing any other type of unit? Not really, right? +2 range armor coming for Faye. I already have +2 range attack. So these guys have like 8 damage per hit. And they have like 10 Mangurais, so that's 80 damage every time. And they attack in less than a second. So these guys are fast. These guys are really fast. Monks out there to gather some relics. Just keep in mind, Order of the Dragon loved going for those relics. Regnis Cathedral is actually like you have to go for some relics. Like otherwise, your opponent will just have insane amount of gold. Insane, like the double. If you get for 1 relic, you just get double. And just to give you an idea, if you get like 5 relics, that equals to pretty much almost like 20 villagers or something like that. If you're having the Regnis Cathedral, so it's kind of insane if you think about it. More Mangurai numbers. Mangurai only challenge. Priest gonna get taken down here on the way. Wallow attempt not gonna happen here. Horseman are just gonna ignore and actually trying to go for the trade, but never mind. Let's just grab this relic Springly placements are already there for Faye, having a couple of more outposts. Let's take a look at her vision. Have outposts all over the place here. And potentially can use that extra stone you get in the Castle Age to upgrade to sprinkling placements, which is a much better upgrade for you. At this point, you want to stop the production if you want. And look at the Mangudai. Like even these guys with 6 damage, they actually do 2, so are actually not that bad. The horsemen are just taking so much damage. Look how much food these horsemen have. Like these guys have eaten a lot. They have like 310 HP, and the Mangudai cleans it up. I'm sure Bob is like, what the hell is going on here? Seriously, what the hell? Pasture transition looks pretty much finished for Faye. Look how many pastures here. 13. Not a bad amount. Three relics already for Faye. 1 on the way. 2 already home. 2 relics is gonna be for Bob. So not a really good situation when you have the Rectis Cathedral. It's still gonna be better than nothing, but you know, it's not. You're not gonna have the boost that you usually have. Faye. All this time, trade has been going on. Only 20 traders so far, actually. She went for a second town center. How does she have so many workers? Only 20 traders? I don't think so. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. His opponent is not only Order of the Dragon, but actually, like, yeah, he also lost 10 villagers here, so it makes sense. You can tell, like, these Mangudais are starting to struggle against those horsemen when the numbers are a little bit bigger. And archers didn't look quite the way Bob expected, I think. Just because he didn't expect to have 52 Mangudais on the field. Now the archers are just... Let's see how the big boy handles this. You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of your Mangudais. How about some Gilded Knights here? These guys, 48 damage per hit. Basically, 1 charge, 1 hit, and you're dead. Even 1 charge, you're dead. And I think the Gilded Knights just gonna do such a good job here. But remember, the Mangudai will start kiting. And the White Stupa is also being built here, meaning the Mangudai will get access to incendiary arrows, and not only that, this upgrade here, the Siha bows, will increase the range of the Mangudai. So this is really starting to get really scary. Oh, the gold for Faye is not exactly the best in the world at the moment. Only 1.6k at this point in the game. Not sitting in over 2k gold a minute, which is what you want when you're in the Imperial Age, just because all those upgrades are just really expensive. Now Bob, in a situation where his opponent's already in Imperial Age, it's a very solid economy here, but I don't think he's ready to go Imperial unless you go Palace of Swabia really fast and try to catch up. And we see improved Siha bows for Faye. These Mangudais are just gonna get everything they deserve. Let's take a look. How many archer range? Only 6. Still 6 for the moment. Actually makes it so comfortable for you to actually play the Mongol this way, just because you have so much mobility. At the same time, Sacred Side victory approaching. And let's see how these Gilded Knights handle the Mangudais here. You don't really want to fight before your upgrades, but looks like you don't have much chance here. Like, your opponent is taking the trade, so you gotta be careful here. Elite Mangudais are already there, meaning they will have 14 damage. 12 damage. That was with attack aura. And looks like Faye cleans this up. Palace of Swabia is gonna get built in the back of the base of Bob. It's gonna be pumping villagers, which is exactly what he needs. He's lacking a little bit of on the economy department. Now more cannon emplacements coming soon. I don't know exactly where, but you know, those cannon emplacements are kind of scary. It's gonna be around here near the outpost. I would love to have some, you know, some cannon emplacements around your base. Just as the Mongol is just really like when you have a lot of look at how many villagers here, like more than 30 villagers around here, and you have nowhere to escape. Unlike, you know, the farms, you know, the villagers are more spread out, so you can save some of them. The Mongols, like, you know, a couple of mangonels, and you say goodbye to these boys in a matter of a second. So it's always good to have some outposts there. Now look at that cool tie. It's gonna have attack speed arrow, looks like, or move speed arrow. Which one is gonna be? Now your opponent's already in Palace of Swabia, so taking down villagers is not gonna be like the best strategy you do. Like, these guys are gonna come back every 8 seconds, so you're gonna be doing more than that. And looks like Faye is just trying the only Mangurai challenge for now. And looks like these tanky boys are just gonna be taking all the pain from those sprinkle emplacements. At the same time, Mangurai continue have chaos into the opponent's base. 63 Mangurai on the field. Where are the other ones? Checking if he's in another resource. Looks like went to the wrong gold vein. Elite archers going for Bob. And now the ultimate upgrade for those Mangurai is gonna be the incendiary arrows. They're just gonna run here. Bob doesn't have enough stone for a keep. Actually, no, never mind. He's just building a keep here. Is this gonna be a race of who builds the outpost first or the keep first? It looks like it's gonna be the keep, so this outpost won't be able to be built here. And you know, the keep works like a wonder against those Mangurai. What am I watching here? And let's take down the market with only archers. Villagers rushing to build that outpost. Realizes actually the keep went up. This gold vein is secure. And those Mangurais are just... You know what? I'm just gonna take down the Palace of Swabia with archers. That's how it's gonna be. Cannon emplacements are already here. Incendiary arrows doing what they do best. Is he really doing this? Come on. But I mean, in a way, like, yeah, that's your only challenge. Okay, 85 Mangurai. Finally, we see another unit. It's gonna be the Bombard. I mean, I don't think you can take down a keep with only Mangurai, right? But Faye knows that it doesn't matter how many villagers you kill, as long as the Palace of Swabia is alive, you're gonna have trouble here. Now the big boys arrive. 8 range armor, but they lack the numbers here. And the Mangurais can always run. Emergency repairs gets called, and they went back to square one. More Mangurai here. 88 Mangurai on the field. Just casual stuff here. Every day we see this. +1 melee defense coming from the Mangurai. Remember, they have 0, so they're gonna take a bunch of big chunks of damage. Elite archers are already here. Gonna get that cannon emplacement on that keep, I believe. Never mind, it's gonna be somewhere else. It's gonna be here. And now the Gilded Knight. It's gonna do basically what we do, like what we say in Spanish, quedar payaso. Is like basically you paint your face as a clown, like something like, okay, like I end up like a clown. I make this unit that's supposed to counter your unit, but it's like with this kind of damage? And I don't know how much damage the incendiary arrows do to your damage, because it doesn't say here. It really doesn't say like how much that extra damage the incendiary arrows do. We just know they make it's quite a big of a deal. Bob already loses. Look at that. Oh, what is this? What is this madness? How many archery range? 11 archery range. And at this point, you're pretty much done with the upgrades in Imperial. Like, if this is your type of unit you wanna use, then you know it is what it is. It looks like emergency repairs will get called soon. What? At this point, this is just trolling, I think. Come on, Bob. I know you can do this. You just need to have like 50 archers to deal with this, and you're done. Like, let's take a look at Bob's production. 5 archery range, couple of stables. You need more archery range for sure. Bob catching up with the villager count, but still a long way to go. He needs more archers. You cannot engage just like this. There you go. The archers actually gonna do God's work. 16 damage each shot. Cruelty. Gonna packed in your face. Gonna take down the university. Emergency repairs gets called. Bombard actually. Only one bombard here. Who's gonna win? Emergency repairs already Mangorai. Mangorai can actually run and just, you know, just kill a lot of villagers here. Meanwhile, trade. 26 traders. Look at that. Improve outpost here for Faye. A university went down. It's not gonna be having access to biology. Well, Sacred Side victory approaching. More outposts here. Let's take a look at Faye's vision. Having outposts all over the place here. It looks like the archers managed to clean this up. 21 archers already for Bob. Bob starting to see a window here. It's like, okay, archers worked. If my opponent keeps doing this, like, I just need more archers. Like, it worked last time, it's gonna work now. Look at how much food Faye got. How many villagers here? 54 villagers on foot. These are very food-heavy units. And I would love to see just a Mangorai just walk here instead of attacking buildings. Like, that's what they're made for. And just let the bombard there. Let it die. Oh, you need to have the raid. The Mangorai raid is a classic. The Mangorai raid is just move and just watch your opponent lose villagers. And now Bob with the counter attack. Finally, 25 archers for him. Gonna be a really decent number. These guys actually have a lot of range armor. Have 6 range armor already. It looks like the Mangorai numbers are just gonna be too scary for him. Mon gonna go down. And I think Bob is just pulling his hair. At this moment, it's like, how do I deal with this? How do I deal with this mass of Mangorai? And I'm sure it's happening. Action everywhere here. Deny the goal here. Outpost. Denying the goal here. Mangorai just coming here into your base. This is your casual Mongol raid. That camp came again, apparently. Priest came here to steal the relic. Another relic. It's very safe here in this outpost. This one looks like has cannon emplacements. So, yeah, how can you deal with this? 4 bombards coming out for Faye just to finish his opponent. Like, his opponent is still having a very decent amount of units. I mean, these are gilded units, so they're actually very good. And more Mangorai coming here for a raid. priest goes down. And now, more bombards already arrived. Kurultai, it's gotta be here. Gonna be taking down all those buildings. Villagers fighting for their life here. Another farm transition in the back. What is this? What am I watching, guys? What? This is such a weird game. Such a weird game. 86 Mangudai in queue. Agon Chapel gonna go down. Emergency repairs gets called. Farm transition for Bob. Went to the trash now. And not only any farm transition, you have your farms around your chapel. So this is really bad for you. At the same time, Sacred Victory approaching. Biology going for Faye. Actually, all this time she didn't have Biology. Biology should give these units more HP. Now the Agon Chapel goes down. It's gonna deal with the outpost here. Bob, Boeing. For those archers, never surrender. Surrender is not a choice, guys. And now the army goes for it. Let's see how they deal with this. 27 archers. Attack speed arrow goes with the can. Archers dealing a really good job against the Mangudai force. But what he doesn't know is that Faye has 93 Mangudais in queue. Agon Chapel trying to be rebuilt here. Mangudai numbers not really looking good for Faye at the moment, but Bob is already losing this mass of archers. Not only that, all this time she has been getting a lot of bounty here, and I don't think she got the upgrade for improved stun bounty. Like, can just get like a lot of resources by burning buildings. Now the Kurultai. It's gonna be healing all those units. Be careful not to lose your bombard. You already have 3 on the field. 5 more to come. This is a painful death. Just your casual 60 villagers dead. Oh no, they will go far right and Bob taps out. Well played by these two players. What a match. I'm speechless. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you in the next one.